Hello grade 6, I'm MrsRima with you again. Today we're going to have a revision of chapters 7 and 8. First, to compare two fractions. If we have the same numerator like 5 and 5, then we look at the denominators. The less denominator is greater than 16 is less than 31, then 5 over 16 is greater than 5 over 31. If we have the same denominator like 56 and 56, then we look at the numerators. The greater numerator is greater. 42 is greater than 18. Then 42 over 56 is greater than 18 over 56. Remember, sometimes you may have fractions with no same denominator and no same denominator. Then you must find a common denominator for them and then you compare. We can compare to 1. 12 over 16 is less than 1. 18 over 10 is greater than 1. Remember, numerator greater than denominator, the fraction is greater than 1. Then 12 over 16 is less than 18 over 10. Cross multiplication. Suppose that we have 5 over 8 and 4 over 7. We cross multiply 5 times 7, 35. 4 times 8, 32. 35 is greater than 32, then 5 over 8 is greater than 4 over 7. To simplify is to find an irreducible fraction. Irreducible means that we keep dividing until we have a fraction that cannot be divided anymore. 24 over 30, divide both by 3, we get 8 over 10. Divide both by 2, we get 4 over 5. Now 4 over 5 is an irreducible fraction. It is the simplified form. It cannot be simplified anymore. To write a decimal fraction, find an equivalent fraction with a denominator of a power of 10. 7 over 25. Multiply both by 4, we get 28 over 100. 28 over 100 is a decimal fraction. It can be changed also into a decimal number. 60 over 300. Divide both by 3, we get 20 over 100. Divide both by 10, 2 over 10. Both of these are decimal fractions. To add or subtract fractions, they must have the same denominator. Now, to add these fractions, 4 over 7 plus 3 over 4, 7 and 4, find their LCM, then the common denominator is 28. Then we divide 28 divided by 7, 4. 4 times 4, 16. 28 divided by 4, 7. 7 times 3, 21. And then we add 16 plus 21, it is 37 over the same denominator, 28. The same steps we follow when we have subtraction. We find the common denominator, divide and multiply to get the new numerators, subtract, and then simplify if you can. 14 over 8, divide both by 2, we get 7 over 4. To multiply two fractions, first simplify and then multiply. Remember to simplify first always. Now 28 over 12 times 45 over 9. We can divide 28 and 12 by 4, we get 7 over 3. And we can divide 45 and 9 by 9, then we get 5 over 1. 45 and 9, 5 and 1. Then we multiply 7 times 5, 35, 3 times 1, 3. What about if we have like this, 7 over 9 of 36? Of is changed into multiplication, and 36 is 36 over 1. Then we simplify if we can divide 36 and 9 by 9, then we get 4 and 1. Now 7 times 4, 28 over 1, it is 28. To divide two fractions, change the multiplication, change it to multiplication, and reciprocal the second fraction, then solve. We change the division into multiplication, we reciprocal, the second fraction, 12 over 4, and then we multiply. Before multiplication, we simplify. We can divide 16 and 4 by 4, and then we get 4 and 1. We can divide 12 and 18 by 6, and then we get 2 and 3. Then 4 times 2, 8, and 3 times 1, 3. What about if we have different, as you can see here, different operations in one expression? Addition, division, subtraction. Which one do we do first? That's right, we solve division first. Division is changed into multiplication, and we reciprocal the second fraction, and we solve it first. Of course, we can simplify or immediately multiply. 1 times 8, 8. 2 times 7, 14. And 24 over 14 and 5 over 7, we copy them as they are. Now we have addition and subtraction. We find the common denominator and we solve from left to right. Then we have 14 divided by 7, because this is the only different denominator. It is 2, 2 times 5, 10. Then we have 24 plus 8 minus 10, it is 22 over 14. We can simplify, divide both by 2, then we get 11 over 7. Here you have a homework. I chose these different operations for you plus a problem. In the problem, remember, there are 240 cattle in a farm. 5 over 6 of the cattle are females. Get the number of females first. 5 over 6 of the cattle is 240. 5 over 6 of 40 change it into multiplication and multiply by 240, get the answer. Then 4 over 5 of the females of this answer are black and the others are brown. And 3 over 4 of the males. Now after you get the females, you have to get the number of males, and then 3 over 4 of the males are brown and the others are black. How many are black? And then find the total number of black cattle. Hope you enjoy. Please stay safe, stay home. Thank you.